Hello, Ken folks. How y'all doing? I'm so glad to see everybody here. Y'all seen the title, so you know what we're talking about. It's time to talk about these talents that you got that you're hiding from everybody. Because more or less, you either afraid of failing. Sometimes we're afraid of our own success. And we're gonna dig into that thing today. HU Angel One, how you doing? Egypt Now, Miss Laura, Sharon White up in here. Let me see who else is here. All right, Miss Gwen, Nicole, Rianne, how you doing? Plum, Olympia, Kesey, PVT Joy. All right. So we got family in here. We got family in the house. JC, hey boo. All right, all right. Smart Cookie, Remain Teachable, Delicia. All right. Well, listen, the family's here. We're gonna talk. Roni, Zaline, Rashida. Wow, how you doing? Rosalind Campbell, Savvy Mama. Listen, so we're going to talk about this thing today. It has affected me before, so I'm sure it has affected somebody else. I am not an island, so I know it's possible that somebody else has gone through the same exact thing. So when I say things like, well, actually, before I get into that, y'all, please hit the like button for me. You know, I'm begging for likes. We're just getting started, and it's really important. So please hit the like button if you can, and subscribe if you haven't. And try, if you will, to hit that notification bell and make sure you click all so you don't miss out on anything. I also want to apologize in advance for my raggedy voice. I'm a little bit hoarse, but I'm still here. So we're going to talk about some stuff and some of it's gonna be fun, but we may end up digging into some stuff that don't make you feel so good. You know, those old feelings that we have. Hey Sherry K. And oh, whose birthday is it? Did we miss a birthday? Did somebody not contact the hospitality committee so that we can address your birthdays? Hey Brown Skin Beauty. Desiree BJ, how you doing? Oh, it's meant for you today. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad because that's what I like to hear. Is that we're getting into things that are going to be beneficial to you. Hey, on the move with Misha. Odie Wright, how you doing? Love you back. And oh, Sharon's daughter turned 16. Okay, well, happy birthdays to Sharon's daughter. All right. I like when our little princesses are getting older. DT, hey, kinfolk. Yes. So we're gonna sit here and dig into this thing, right? Because it's a very real thing that we deal with, and I wanted to pose that question, making are we making use of our talents or are we afraid of them? Those things that you're good at, you'll be 62 on the 31st. Miss Sharon, please send me an email so I can forward that to the hospitality committee so we can make sure that we know about y'all's birthdays before the stream starts. So we can start off the stream celebrating you, post your Cash App, Zelle, or whatever in case the royal family, everybody in here wants to bless you on your birthday. So please, y'all, if you have a birthday, if you have an anniversary, if you sitting over there with a big belly and you know a baby is on the way, please contact me via email or Instagram inbox. Y'all know I answer absolutely everybody. Okay. And let me know so we can forward that information to our hospitality committee. We have two very capable ladies who are in charge of hospitality, and we will make sure that your birthday is listed in a timely fashion at the beginning of the stream for that day so that we can celebrate you. Give us an opportunity as your royal family to celebrate you. We want to be there for you, and we definitely want to celebrate you. Happy to be happy. Thank you so much for being here. She says hit the like button. Y'all, happy to be happy is one of the sweetest folks you ever gonna see anywhere. That's all I'm gonna say. And thank you again, sis. I appreciate you. And so make sure you forward that stuff to the hospitality committee. Also, before we get into today's crown chat, I listed for channel members. You all, there is an entire list of vendors on the community tab. If you have not seen it, please go and take advantage of that. DC, that's my DC. Are we letting people tell us that something can't possibly be a talent? Know your talent, use it, and tell naysayers to eat ravioli. Lord have mercy, that doggone ravioli. So this is the thing, right? Want to make sure that you all are taking Yeah, baby on the way. That, yeah, not a regular big belly like for those of us girls who've eaten too much. I'm talking about that the big belly when you got a little bundle of joy in there. And you're welcome. I try my best to respond quick. Like if y'all message me and it's over an hour, I probably fell asleep somewhere because I don't sleep at night and y'all know it. But on that community tab for members, there is an entire vendors list. That vendors list actually covers, okay, thank you, Miss Sharon. I just got your email. That vendors list covers hair bundles for you ladies who want to sell those. It covers eyelashes. It covers clothing, plus size clothing. I think there's a vendor there even for children's clothing. There are vendors listed for packing materials, boxes, bubble wrap, labels, all sorts of branding equipment, branding materials, so you can build your brand in the proper way and make sure it looks professional. So I have those. As I get other vendors lists and other information like that, I will also be posting it on the members only community tab. So if you are a member and you have not gone over there to wait, what I'm seeing about DT, and you haven't gone over there, please go to that community tab, y'all. Make use of the information that is listed. All right. Casey says hit the like button. I'm trying to get to DT because I see best of luck to DT. So I want to see what DT says. DT says, today is my first day teaching university students. So today's crown chat will definitely be helpful. Well, congratulations to you. Y'all make sure y'all congratulate our brother DT and send love and encouragement. Ty Bowden says, oh, you hollering at us all the way from Long Beach. Okay. All right. Yes, deep REM sleep is coming. I can't wait. I can't wait. So yeah, y'all take advantage of that. Also, our coordinator for the Black Business Spotlight is on point. She's helping two ladies right now to get their presentations together. So I want to encourage you. Well, I think it's very fitting because we are talking about talents today. If you have a talent, you have your business, you're putting your energy into it, please make sure that you contact us. You just use the information that's scrolling across the screen, and I will get you in touch with our Black Business Spotlight coordinator so that way she'll be able to help you get your presentation ready and you can come on up and we will absolutely happily promote your Black business. So let's get that done. Thank you so much. So I think have I covered all the announcements? I believe I have. We covered that. We covered hospitality and the links that are in the chat, then on the community tab. So now we got that part out of the way. Back to the order of the day. So when I say, are we afraid of them? I think that some of us, I know me, I'll speak from my standpoint. There were talents that I had, especially when I was younger, that you may have been rejected or you may have been mistreated, or maybe sometimes people ended up being envious of a talent that you had, whether it was singing or cooking or dancing or whatever. And so, you may have felt attacked or you may have had some type of negative outcome from it. So now you kind of hide those talents. You know what I'm saying? You're not really in a hurry to put them on Front Street because you don't necessarily want to feel that negative outcome from it. Again, that's a very real thing. It's a very real thing. Hey, Desiree, she said happy birthday to members. And DT is giving his thanks to the family. So what I'm saying when I say that is, we can't be so afraid of the negative stimuli from your talents. If you feel as though you're good at something and you're passionate about it. So Misha says it happened to her sadly. See, that's what I'm saying. These are the things, these are real things. And it can cause you to be to have trepidation or to be cautious or to be afraid, or you'll use your talent, but you'll do it in such a way that you try to almost hide and use your talent because you're afraid of what people are going to do to you. Not even consciously, sometimes it's subconsciously. You're afraid of how you're going to be received. You're afraid of, what's one thing we love to say in the Black community? They're going to hate on me. All those, to me, those are all examples of negative stimuli. So at some point, you have to say, okay, and you have to own it, that I'm really avoiding using my talent because I have a fear, even if it's subconsciously, even if it's subtle, I have a fear of a negative outcome if I use my talent. Yes, Jam, dimming your light. Yep, I get it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So when we look at these things and we really examine them, we got to look at what causes it. Hey, nephew, I love you. Listen, y'all missed a treat over on So Debonair's channel this morning. My baby was up before the chickens, and it was just beautiful. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to tell y'all everything that happened. You have to go over there to his channel and look at his live from this morning. What was it, like 4 a.m., boo? It was real early, whatever it was. I know it was 4 a.m. in the morning, and y'all missed a treat. If you wasn't up to see that one, go over on that tab and watch it, and I guarantee you, you will enjoy what you see. Hey, Jaded, good to see you. So, yep, great show last night too. So, yeah. And so when we dig into these things, we got to look at the root cause of it. We can't focus so much on the people who bring negative stimuli when you show your talents, but we have to really be able to look at the root cause. Like, what was that first moment? What was the first moment that you exhibited your talent, that you put yourself out there and you had a negative outcome? You know, let's explore those feelings. Let's explore how it made us feel. Let's explore the fact that ever since that time, now you're more cautious. When we're younger, we're almost fearless in exhibiting things because it's not at that point. When you're younger, it's not about showing off. When you're younger, it's about expression, and we get out of expression, and we kind of fade into the background because people treat it as though you're showing off, because they're actually transferring their own negative energy onto you. Miss Laura says she's a great poet. Given a little info, I can write to make that person cry, but was scared. Still writing, but haven't published anything, although I'm told I should. That's a very good example. And these are the things that we got to really explore and look at. You're going to have to look back at the point when something taught you. Life teaches you to be cautious. Children are carefree. You start off carefree, you start off exploring everything, you start off expressing yourself. Hey, iridescent unicorn farts, I love your name. It's crazy. Um, and we start off doing these things, but something happens along the line that teaches you to be cautious. It teaches you not to express yourself, and it teaches you to regard someone else's reception of your expression over the expression itself. Desiree BJ says parents can do that. They assume that a good career is a doctor or a lawyer. You have other talents that you do well in, but they don't see it the way you do, so you don't pursue it. That, ooh, girl, that's a big monster in the closet right there. Hey, Corrine. So we got to look at those moments. Like, when did it happen for you? Girl, 50 is the new 20. I'm 50 now. You're still beautiful. So we got to look at, when did it happen? How did it happen? If it's painful, dredge up those painful memories. It's okay. Wow. Laura, Miss Sharon says, Laura Zeffin, I know how that feels. I'm a songwriter and got burned by the NCBC. Ooh, okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is that stuff. Let's pull it on out. Let's unpack it. And then once we unpack it, some of it, let's trash it. Let's not keep carrying it because it's actually holding you back. Hey, Mother of Diamonds, love you. Harry Smith, hey, glad to see you coming in. So I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me on one account. It's been a few, and I think a lot of us don't have one story. We got a bunch of things. Like, we are a sum total of a bunch of sometimes unfortunate events. The unfortunate events happen, and then they change how we move after that. We have some events that come in our lives, and they literally can leave a line of demarcation as far as who you were before it happened. Hey, AVL. And then who you were after that thing happened. And sometimes it can happen because of family. It can be church hurt. It can be friends. It can be rejection. It can be, that your talent was there, but it wasn't completely, polished and ready and matured. And maybe somebody just, said, well, you're not good at it, and just poo pooed all over your enthusiasm and your expression. And now you're afraid of that rejection. So it keeps you from truly expressing your talent and putting it out there. So, like I was saying, one of the things that happened to me, and it was a church hurt type thing, right? And I easily could have become one of the people who said, "Oh, that's why I don't go to church." I didn't do that. I'm glad I didn't do that. Oh wow. Sandy Me Myself says, I heard a story. Little girl sang like a bird. One day her mom was having a bad day. The baby was singing in the car, and her mom told her to shut up because she couldn't sing, and the girl stopped singing. It's true. Sometimes it can be those passing incidents, and that stuff will literally leave a scar, and sometimes it leaves a mark that's indelibly imprinted on your brain, and it shapes you, and sometimes you won't even remember what the moment was, but it still left an effect. Mother of Diamond says, so true. Hard to get back to before the trauma. Yeah, you got to get back to that point before the trauma, but in order to do that, you got to dig up that stuff that don't feel good. Yes, the curse of words includes words spoken by others, and the mind is a powerful, powerful thing. Hey, Morgan's Musings. Yes, that was a wonderful live this morning. So y'all go check that out. So what had happened to me was I was a little Baptist girl, just like I always tell y'all, I'm still a little Baptist girl. I'm gonna be Baptist till they close the box, okay? It is what it is. I don't hide it. I'm still a real person, but I still keep my faith, and I'm not gonna, throw it in the garbage because it's popular to say so. It's not my style. Um, so I found it interesting that um, during that time, I could easily see how I would have been a person to say, oh, that's why I don't go to church, or that's why I don't like them church people. I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm glad I didn't have a mother who allowed me to go that route with it. Um, Even though I understand why some folks do, like I get it. Um, but that's for another day. So I was singing in the choir, y'all. I was in the junior choir. You know the little kids, you be in the choir, and they had the junior Sunday, the kids Sunday. So then the kids, hey Miss Ebby. And so the kids will do the singing, and the kids will do the devotion. You have little kids as ushers. Like, it's literally like kids Sunday. And for our church, all right, thank you so much. Oh wow. Well, get them tears out, Miss Laura. It's good. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. Wow, thank you so much. So what had happened, I was, happy to be in the youth choir, and it was always on the second Sunday. And I was just expressive. Like, it wasn't a show off thing. I was just expressive. And I was a lot like I am now, but it took me a lot of years to get back to where I am now. Where if you ask me to do something and I can do it, I'll do it. But for a lot of years, I stopped doing that because of the experience I had. So we would have our rehearsals on Thursdays, and everybody would bring their kids, and all us little gals would be over there, and the little boys would be somewhere else, because they didn't want to play with us because we was little girls. And so you have rehearsals, and if they said, we bring a new song, and we had Mitzi, which I still know Mitzi, still love Mitzi. She's awesome. But she was older than us, and she was the pianist at the time at our church. My cousin Vanessa Kay used to be the pianist, and then Mitzi came in from another church, and she started being our pianist, and she was so cool, she was closer to our age. And she would bring in new songs, and it would be exciting. And those of y'all that's from my generation and older, there was a period in time, for those kids like us that grew up in the church, where you had them old sisters that didn't want you to sing nothing new. Like, they literally wanted you to just sing them old hymns. And don't get me wrong, now I love them old hymns. Like, I live for them foundational hymns. But at the time when you're young, you want to sing something a little bit faster. You want to be able to clap and stuff. And y'all remember we used to march in the church. You know how y'all know what I'm talking about. And so Betsy would bring these new songs and she would teach us how to sing them. And I remember she would say, "Well, who gonna lead song?" And nobody would never do it. And so she would say, "Shanitra, you gonna do it?" And I would say, "Yeah." I would be all excited, like, "Yeah, I do it. I do it." And I don't care what you asked me to do. That was me. I do it. Just like now, I've finally gotten back to that place, and it's a much happier place. And so it turned into a problem. And when they did devotion on those Sundays, and for those of y'all from the old church, y'all know what devotion is. It was you know, when somebody would read a scripture and somebody would line a hymn and then somebody would pray a prayer. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And so they would say, anytime somebody wouldn't do something, they would say, "Shanitra, you want to do it?" I would say, "Yeah, I do it." Never thought anything about it. It was just a matter of, um, huh? Oh, okay, got it. So anyway, good to see you. um, anyhow, they would ask me, and I would just agree to do it. Like, okay, cool, no problem, I do it, and I was happy to do it because it felt good, and folks was good at it. And so if they asked me to pray, I would pray. I was never afraid to pray in front of a full church. It didn't make me no difference. That's why when y'all ask me to pray now, I don't care. I'll pray. I don't care how many people in the room, if it's 100 or 1,000. If you ask me to pray, I'll pray at the drop of a hat. Ain't no shame in my game. And of course, like I said, I had to get back to that point. Um, so anyhow, it turned into a problem eventually. And it wasn't even my sisters that had a problem. It was their mamas. The mamas turned around and was like, "Oh, accusing my mom of trying to make me show off and trying to get attention." Mind you, now I was a whole child, about 12 years old when this went down. And it literally was nothing like that. And so we ended up going to another church. And back then they used to have them choirs annual. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, where a choir would have their choir's anniversary, and then every other choir in town would show up to help them celebrate. And one choir would march out of the choir stand and another choir would march into the choir stand. Y'all know what I'm saying. And so when it was our turn to sing, we up there singing, and we had rehearsed one song and then they switched to another song. And so, I was kind of lost, but I went on with it anyway. And so when we got back, like, none of us were really happy because when the song switched up, um, we weren't ready. We hadn't rehearsed that song. And so anyway, nobody was happy. And but somehow I got attacked. And when the attack came, my mother, I call her my pet dragon, but that's my boo. My mother understood what was going on. She was like, "Okay, they're making up stories because they're mad about you leading songs. Like, that's what this is about." And so they said that I cursed in the church. I had never done such a thing in my life. Like, it was so ridiculous. Oh my God. First off, y'all, I was scared of my mama. I call her a dragon for a reason. That lady hit like Joe Louis. You couldn't have paid me to do nothing like that. Well, y'all, that thing snowballed. And one thing about it, lies get traction quick. And so it spread and it got to my pastor, and he talked about it from the pulpit. And I remember being so disappointed because my pastor, the Reverend Dr. E.F. Broxton, Lord rest his soul, was my father in the ministry. And really and truly one of the best theologians that the South has ever seen. And so when he talked about it, I felt like he was all the way just, believing these people and going after me. And I was a child, I couldn't process it. But I remember after that happened, y'all, I stopped singing. I stopped singing. I wouldn't sing for nothing. It wasn't happening. And at first it started with me being hurt, and then it was angry. And then it turned into, "Hey, Mr. Hill." And then it turned from angry to bitter. When you don't get rid of something, anger can turn to bitterness so quick. And yeah, Southern mamas are scary as hell. Them ladies is real, real scary. Yeah, the church does have a lot of envious people. And so I experienced it. And I experienced it real young. And I didn't have what I needed to process it. I didn't have what I needed to process it. The only thing I got from my mama was, I know these ends is lying on you, but we ain't going nowhere. So I took my mother's approach, and it was like, I'm gonna still, go to church. Of course, I didn't have no option because that lady was gonna kill me if I didn't. And so I just sat there, and she was like, she wanted me to sing in the choir, and I said, Mama, I don't want to sing with them. And she didn't make me either. She didn't, and I thank God for that. So I just would sit on the pew next to my mama, and I didn't say nothing. And then when I got bigger, they wanted me to sing it in I think it was the mass choir, and I said I ain't doing it. Then they wanted me to sing in the gospel choir, and I said I ain't doing it. And before I knew it, y'all, 12 years had gone by. I was then 24. I was already married. I was out of school. And this little girl y'all see in here, Geneva, I was already her mama. So around that time, I was working at the prison. And I was at home in my house, and I don't know, something really terrible had happened because things weren't always great in my first marriage. And I started praying in my front room, and y'all, before I knew it, I started singing again. And I didn't even realize that I had started singing when I started singing. And after I hadn't sang for so long, like my voice wasn't even really working. Like I couldn't even carry a tune. It was like my voice was broken once I got so hurt and that bitterness set in. And so I just started back singing. And then I went on from there, but I never really dealt with the things that caused me to stop in the first place. So I said all that to say this. I think we all have a moment where you can pinpoint when you stop using a talent that you have. When you stop using it, and you got to think about, okay, whatever caused it, how did I feel at that moment? What did it really do to me? And then go back and unpack those feelings and deal with them. And then don't be afraid of negative outcome. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're not going to still get negative outcomes. You can try things and do well, and you still may get a negative outcome. You may try things and it may not go the way you thought it was going to go, and you might face some rejection. You might face people saying you ain't as good as you thought you was. You might face all of those things. But I want us to really and truly get past the fear factor, is what I'm trying to say. I want us to get past the fear factor of what's going to happen if. Because being realistic, the if part is nonsense. How can that's the point where fear becomes irrational. You have a fear of something that has not even happened yet. Follow me on this one. You have a fear of something that has not happened based on something that happened in the past. You're no longer the person you were in the past. You're no longer in the situation you were in the past. So you have to really and truly consider, hey, let me work past what caused me that feeling so that I can move forward in my gifts, so that I can move forward. And then we also got to look at the fear of success. Some of us, I have been, and some of y'all are simply afraid of success. Some of you are avoiding trying things because on the inside, you're afraid that you just might be successful. You scared to death. You so used to fighting, and you're so used to doing without. You're so used to being rejected. You're so accustomed to not doing things, and so accustomed to having a fear, and so accustomed to being on the outside looking in. But you do not have to be afraid of success. You can be successful and the world ain't gonna stop spinning. You can be successful and your house ain't gonna burn down. It's okay to be happy. We have this fear that if things start to go right, then the world is just gonna implode. Something bad gonna happen. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen, and ain't nobody gonna be mad but the devil. Stop being afraid of your own success. And Corrine just hit it. Ooh, girl. Corrine say, and we self-sabotage. Tell her she lying. Y'all know she ain't lying. Y'all know she ain't lying. That self-sabotage is a real thing. Hey, Roz. Roz Storm says negative outcome is preparation for what God truly has waiting for you. It's true. It's true. Sometimes we need those failures to help us go back to the drawing board and perfect ourselves. Yes, constantly in fight mode. Y'all get it? Y'all get what I'm saying? This is the kind of thing that we got to really talk about. We got to talk about what we're doing to ourselves. It's easy to look at the outside stimuli and say, well, I'm not successful because this person won't let me. I'm not successful because that person won't help me. I'm not successful because y'all hating on me. I'm not successful for any thousands of reasons that involve everybody but ourselves. At some point, we got to look in the mirror and say, okay, what part did I play in me not reaching my success today? What part did I play? A lot of the self-sabotage that Corrine is talking about is because of fear. We will subconsciously sabotage ourselves because we're afraid of what's going to happen if we're actually successful. You know what's going to happen if you're successful? You just going to be successful. The world ain't going to end. Ain't nothing going to happen. What's going to happen? Dorit done slipped in the door on us. Hey, Dorit, it's the truth. Ain't nothing going to happen. There is no boogeyman. There is no monster in the closet. I'm sad to report there is no boogeyman. Nothing's going to happen. So we got to stop the mindset of what's going to happen if I'm successful. If I try this, they not going to support me. If I do this, they going to do that. This ain't about them and they. This about you. This about you. If anybody want to come up here and let me know or basically share with your sisters what you're going through and how you feel about what's happening, run a one up in the chat. I'll go on and drop it and let you share it because I honestly believe, and y'all know, I share because I feel like anything that I go through or have gone through, somebody can identify. All right, be custom made. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Y'all make sure y'all welcome our new folks in here. Cheryl Brisky, how you doing? Nicole Rianne says, oh, let me tap it. I thought I hit it. OMG, I can relate. I used to lead worship. I went through exactly what you described in a different way. I'm just now learning to open my mouth and sing again. My voice and my ear is getting better. Yes, it will. And over time, the more you do it, before you know it, you'll be right back to who you were with your talent before that trauma, before the trauma. Because there are some traumas that literally split your life in half, who you were before and who you were after. Simone says, do it without support of friends and family. You can. You can do it without support of friends and family. But I will say this, if they want to help you, allow them. Don't be afraid that everybody's out to get you. Everybody don't want to hurt you. Everybody don't want to hurt you. Sometimes the folks sitting in your ear telling you everybody want to hurt you are the people trying to hurt you. Dang, y'all feel that? Somebody needed to hear that. Sometimes the people in your ear, y'all, saying, don't you trust nobody, is the Negro you better not trust. Everybody don't want to hurt you. I want to encourage everybody, cast a wide net. And the reason I say that, and what I mean by it is, when you cast a wide net and you allow a vast number of people close to you, listen, if they bad folks, you ain't blind. If the fish rotten, throw it back. But when you cast that wide net and you allow a lot of people the ability to come close and to access you, I don't mean, let's not be crazy. Don't be bringing strangers in your house. I ain't saying that. But when you allow people access, you allow people to come to you that may have the ability to bless you. They may have the ability to help you. It may be somebody who knows something that you need to know. As much as we have talents, we also have weak points. And that person that you let in because you were open, that person may be just what you needed. That person might be the chief cornerstone. That person that you overlooking and you're afraid to allow close to you may have just the ingredient, the missing ingredient that you needed to get you over the hump. Allow people in. And if they bad, don't be afraid to shut the door and put them out. But allow them in. There are some people out here who's here to be your destiny helper. And when I say destiny helper, I mean you can have talent, you can be working at it. And let me tell you something. When it comes down to it, you might just need one person who's in a position to change your story. That's your destiny helper. And I'm going to tell you in all honesty, everybody listening to me right now, I pray that your destiny helper finds you. That person may be helping you with finance, or it may just be somebody to slide in and they just know the right people to put you in contact with. They may be able to help you get that one contract that gets your business off the ground. They may be that person that's able to come in and maybe they got 25 or 30 years of experience in the thing that you're just starting with. So don't be afraid to let folks in. Listen, I keep telling y'all, it's time to change the narrative. This idea that black folks got that we can't trust each other. Just because you see black skin and you a black woman or a black man, don't assume that your brother or your sister is here to eat you. Let's stop it. We don't need it. We're not going to accept it. And it is what it is. The people that want to hang on to archaic and primitive and nasty ways of thinking, lead them people where they at. It's time for us to change the narrative. Don't feel like, I've seen on social media so much over the last few years. And what I've seen over the last few years is people on social media bragging about, oh, my circle's so small, I bump into myself. They bragging, I don't have no friends, I don't trust nobody. You bragging about that? You bragging that the energy you put out into the world, the energy that you put out into the ether is so terrible that you don't attract no good people? You attract no good people? Is that what you saying? And you bragging about it? That's what you bragging about? Miss Laura dropped the one. All right, Miss Laura, come on and holler at us if you want to. But we got to get out of that mindset, honey. It's nothing to brag about. It's nothing to brag about. We got to allow people to help us, be willing to help each other, and stop being afraid of being successful. We can't just automatically assume that everybody wants us to fail. Everybody doesn't want you to fail. They don't. Everybody ain't out to get you. But I want us to look at and be very honest. Are we out to get ourselves at times? Are we really sabotaging ourselves? Now, those are the questions that I want us to walk away with today. Become Miss. Hey, Miss.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I basically was called. I'm very nervous. I'm kind of camera shy, but I'm basically calling in to say that I'm kind of in an abusive marriage that I'm trying to get out of, and I had been praying to the universe, my ancestors, my higher power, goddesses, guys, everything. You get the point. And so, I'm sorry. So I lost my car because my husband, he drove it until basically I didn't have a vehicle. And then, oh, I think I'm stuck.
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay. And then we got another vehicle in December, but he's been driving that one, and I have not had any transportation. So fast forward to his aunt. I had to reach out to his aunt because we had some roof damage, and the check was going to be over $5,000, and she's a mortgage holder. He didn't want to give me the number to her, but I got it anyway. And I spoke with her, and I was just telling her a little bit about what I was going through. Next thing I know, she called me Friday morning and said, I want to give you my car. I had thought about it and I slept on it and prayed. And yeah, so now I have a car, title free, and I
Look
can
at
get out the
God.
situation I'm in. I'm sorry. I can get out the situation I'm in, and then not only that, someone else reached out to me that has a duplex for that I can rent for a year at a reasonable price for me because I'm a disabled vet and I only get a certain amount. And when I tell you, I just literally stepped out on faith and just reached out and called her because he had been blocking me from talking to her for 12 years,
Mm-hmm.
and she gave me a car. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just so thankful
What
and
you sorry
happy.
for? You here with family. Say anything you need to say. This is a safe space. I'm not going to let anybody do anything negative where you're concerned. And to be perfectly honest, I I feel in my heart that that was a testimony somebody else needed to hear too. So I'm glad that that happened for you. But more than anything, I'm glad that you were open and you allowed somebody in.
Because I had told her no at first. She was offering for me to use the car, and because I told her I was leaving my husband, which is her nephew, and she was like, "No, just use it. I don't even care what you do. Just use it until you can get your own car." And she called me the next morning and said that come pick the car up, and she came and got me that afternoon. I went to her house. She gave me the title and the keys and everything for the car, and I got it in my name and everything, and the title switched over on Monday. So I am now the proud owner of a 2009 Chevy Impala that she took very
Woo!
good care of because she's in her 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yes. So that's my testimony, and thank you for allowing me to share on your platform. To yeah, I'm just so elated and overwhelmed and so happy that because I can now get up out of this situation I'm in, and then maybe I can be serious about my YouTube channel and possibly, read some of my poetry that I've written over the years.
Well, look here. We got somebody trying to bless you, and I'm gonna send it over to you. I want you to give me your cash app. She's this sister sent it in a super chat. That won't get to her anytime soon, so I'm just gonna give it to her out of my pocket. Alicia, thank you for blessing your sister. She says,
Thank you.
please give her this super chat. It's not much. It's all I can do now. But you know what? Don't say it's all you can do because let me tell you something. That $20 it might really do something powerful for her. Never feel like what you can do is so small. That small thing to you might be a big thing to somebody else. And it's somebody else asking for your Cash App information. So you can either tell it to me or you type it and I'm gonna put it in the chat and then I'm gonna pin it. Because I feel
Okay.
like this is a moment where your family wants to sow into you. They want to sow into you. They want to bless you. So we're going to do that for you. And I'm glad you
Okay.
came up. And I know it's a little off topic, but sometimes we have to get off topic to address what's really going on in the family.
Oh man.
And I'm
Okay.
glad that you reach out and let us know what you're passing through.
Okay. Thank you to everybody. I just actually just came up here to I'm sorry to share my story. Kind of before my husband got home because I just had to get this off my chest because I guess maybe somebody else does need to hear what's going
That's
on. And
right.
I've been in this situation for 12 years, financial, mental, emotional, and spiritual abuse. So yeah, but it's Laura Rogers,
Mm-hmm.
LauraRodgers,
Uh-huh.
70. Let me just make sure
It's
that's it. I'm sorry.
$sign and it's all
Yes.
lowercase or big. Queen Mermaid, thank you so much for that super chat. Our sister
Yes,
says,
thank you so
for
much.
our friend, know that God will never forsake you. Stay close to God and trust Him always. I'm putting up,
Okay.
listen, y'all, I'm about to put Miss
I'm
Laura's.
I'm 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 looking it up now because I have two of them, but it goes to the same bank. I'm so nervous right now. It goes to the
Don't
same
be nervous.
account.
What
So
you nervous for? You talking with your family. Ain't no
okay,
reason to
yeah,
be nervous.
it's Laura Rogers all together. Only the L is capital, and
LAU. Hold on,
the
hold on,
last
hold on.
name is the last
I'm,
name is spelled ROD as in David
uh-huh.
GERS 70. So I don't know if you guys.
Okay,
I don't know if y'all can
hold on.
see that.
These
I don't know
computers
if
get
y'all
on
can
my
see that.
nerves. I'm putting it in right
No.
now.
Okay. Okay.
The computer messing with me because I can't do much. Is that King Jai? Welcome to the royal family. Y'all make sure you give King Jai a welcome, a royal family
Welcome,
welcome.
King Jai. Welcome. Welcome.
Sandy, me myself had my back too. She was trying to do it for me. Miss Laura, look at the screen. Make sure I got that right.
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Listen, anybody who wants to bless Miss Laura, please, please, please make use of that cash app. I'm gonna pin it
Oh my God.
to the top of the chat. Y'all make sure that y'all bless her, please. If you want to, if it's in your heart to do so, please do it. I'm not advocating or pushing you. I don't want y'all to ever feel like, you come over here, you got to do anything for anybody. But if it's in your heart, please do it. Please, please do it. I want us to normalize being each other's support. I want us to normalize
Thank
letting
you to
people know that
everybody.
you're going through something. It's okay. Being vulnerable is not a sign of weakness. We talked about that yesterday. Let me tell you something. Being vulnerable, it takes strength. It takes a whole lot of nerve to lay yourself bare and say, you know what? I'm broken right now. I'm hurting right now. I'm going through it right now. It's okay. Let's look at this chat. Your sisters are here. Your family is here letting you know that they're praying for you. They got your back. They're sending you okay, she sent the super chat for our sister. Okay, gotcha. So Queen Mermaid done sent you $100. Okay? Your sisters got your back. That was 99.99. So she sent that before the cash app went up. Anybody else, y'all hit the cash app because I don't want Miss Laura to have to wait on her money. I'm gonna hit the bank and see if I got it. I'm sure I have it on the loose that I can just push over to her and I'll just wait for it later. However, understand me. It's okay to say that you having a hard time right now. It's okay to say you broken. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what your family is for. And I'm glad that you came and talked. I'm glad that you got it out. Sometimes
Thank
we
you.
do need to just say it. Sometimes we do need to feel like somebody's listening. You ain't
Thank
did
you.
nothing wrong, Miss Laura. You did the right thing.
Yeah, I feel I'm not shaking anymore. Thank you. It was like when I used to go to church, I would miss some Sundays, and my heart would be feeling heavy, and I knew the pastor was talking to me. I knew he was talking to me, and that's how I told you I've been coming to the last few series lives, and I just been bawling like a baby. And yeah, it was like, well, I got to come up. I got to come up. I got to come up and speak. So yeah, thank you for allowing me to. Thank you to everybody who has me in their prayers, their thoughts, wishing me well, whatever you do. I thank you so very much. Thank you to Queen Mermaid and everyone else. Thank you so very, very much. Sanitra, thank you. I love you all. I'm gonna get off here because
Don't go
I'm
nowhere
feeling.
just yet. Check
Oh,
your
don't
cash
leave.
app
Okay,
because
okay,
I just sent that 100 over off of my bank. Make sure it got there because I want to make sure you got your money.
okay.
Some people play funny with the money. I don't do funny money.
Yes, ma'am.
You got it?
Oh my God. Yes. Thank you to. Okay.
That's the Queen
Can I just
Mermaid.
say thank you to some people real quick?
Listen,
Thank you,
anything
Miss
you want.
Anitra. Thank you, Lachelle. Thank you, So Debonair. Thank you, Be Custom Made. Oh my God. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Simone. Thank you. Thank you all so very much. Thank you. I am leaving. Thank you. This will not be wasted on alcohol for my husband. Oh my God. Miss Mary,
All
thank
right.
you. Thank you. Thank.
It's all
Okay,
right.
Sinitra, I know you want me to stay on here, but I gotta go because I cannot have styles. I cannot pull a JY. I cannot do this. I don't want to.
Listen, you ain't doing nothing wrong. So somebody else just told you to check your cash app again. Listen here. People want to sow into you. They want to bless you. Let these people bless you. And let me tell you something. I ain't getting in your business because one thing that y'all would not catch me doing is speaking against a marriage. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I am gonna tell
Thank
you
you,
don't let
Sinitra.
that man know you got no money.
I'm not. I'm not. Oh,
Don't
I
you let
know. I learned.
him.
Yeah, haven't done that. He hasn't driven my car. Mm-mm. So no.
That's right. It's
Thank,
gonna be all right. We love you.
uh,
Somebody else just
thank you,
messaged me.
TJ. Thank you. I
I
is
think Keisha just sent
yeah.
you a cash app too. So people are sending in their love and support to you. We love you. Lauren Frazier just did $5 and she asked me to send it to her. She did a super sticker. Listen,
Okay,
y'all,
thank
please
you.
use the cash app because this is the thing. They don't send it. I can't process that to her. I'm having to pull it out of another thing. So if you don't have cash app, then I understand. But if y'all can use the cash app, please let's send that directly to Miss Laura because that way she have your name and she know exactly who sent that to her. And when she's praying for y'all later and thanking you and asking God to bless you for blessing her, give her the opportunity to call you by name. Okay? Yeah, that's right. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. Don't you let that man know that you got no money. Now
No,
your
no, no.
family is helping you. Your family is supporting you. Your family
Yeah.
ain't trying to support him. We don't know him.
Thank
Now
you, Miss
I'm not.
Pearson.
Yeah, I'm not being ugly, but we don't
Oh
know
no,
him.
no, 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 no. You didn't know. Yes, you are correct. I'm just saying thank you to everybody. Because they're still coming in. So thank you so very much. Thank you.
Listen, we love you. We support you, and
I love you
where your
guys.
concerns, sister. Listen, keep your head up.
I am.
Keep your
And
head
I
up.
will be purchasing me a crown, and since I'm going to go look at this place on Thursday, because
Mm-hmm.
that's how fast the universe has been moving for me.
Mm-hmm.
um I'm stepping out on faith. I got some furniture already, and so I'm excited. I already got some stuff for it, so
L.A. Latham say my son just got his first paycheck from his summer job, and he wants to send you something. Listen, your family is here for you, baby. The village showed up today. The village showed up, and the village has spoken. The village has spoken. Okay. Yes, Morgan's Musings. That's the one. $ Laura Rogers 70. That's the right one. If you want to bless Miss Laura, that is the cash app. This is not a platform for the gimme, gimme, gimme. We're gonna do some blessing over here. He used to say, "Do you have a PO box? If you do, send it to me by email, Miss Laura, and I'll pass it on. It's a Keisha. I know her personally, so I know she's good people. If she may be wanting to bless you another way. Okay.
okay,
So if
okay,
you have a
thank you.
PO box or mailing address that you're comfortable with me having,
I can
email
give you
me and
my
send it to me.
neighbor's mailing address. That's the one
Okay.
who gave me the wigs.
Okay. All right. So yeah, make sure that you contact me on that email, Shanitra
Okay,
at
I will.
philsdaughter.com. Okay.
Okay.
And so that way she can bless you however she sees fit to do that.
Thank you,
Yes,
Erica. Thank you,
Nicole.
Lachelle.
Yeah, Nicole,
Okay.
this is what Sister
Thank you.
Hill and Brother Hill like.
I'm gonna go on and go for now. Thank
Okay.
you all so very, very, very much. I am overwhelmed. I am filled with love. I'm an empath, so I feel a lot of stuff. I'm filled with love right now that it's just overflowing. So because I thought that the world was a really bad place, especially getting caught up in all this internet
Mm-mm.
drama. So I
But
thank
it
you
ain't.
also.
Hold on, before you go away, Miss Ebby say, do you have PayPal or Zelle? You got PayPal or
I
Zelle?
do I do have I have both of those actually. Zelle I do, and that's I think using my email address, which I can give that to you. It's no big deal. It's Laura
Okay.
Rogers. It's Laura Rogers 70, just like my PayPal at gmail.com.
Hold on. Laura Rogers 70 at gmail.com.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. Let me put it on the screen, make sure I got it right. Is that look check it for me, Miss Laura. Make sure I ain't messed up nothing.
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Miss Abby, if you want to send her anything by Zelle, please go ahead on and use that email right there, okay? All right. Miss Laura, if you want to step down, you can, but the folks still
Okay.
want to bless you.
Thank you so very much to everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna go on and step down. I thank you all. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again.
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to take a quick call. Somebody else that I'm trying to do something for. I have a bad habit of trying to do too many things at one time. So y'all please forgive me. I'm leaving that email up for a couple more seconds. Oh, Miss Ebby say she got it. Okay, gotcha. And Sandy, me myself got my back, making sure everything is in the chat. That's beautiful. Okay, you lost. Okay, well we just basically took a minute out from what we were talking about to bless a family member. That's all. Ain't ain't nothing too fancy going on. And we putting her cash app at the top of the chat. So that way, if anybody wants to bless Miss Laura with what she's going through, if y'all make sure y'all do that. Wendy Willis say, I wish I can just speak to my friends fighting lupus to let them know they can survive. I've been through it all for also 30 years. There is light on the other side. I'm blessed to be here with all of you. Yes, you are. And I'm listen, we're happy to have you. We're blessed to have you here with us too. Okay? Y'all give me one quick second and we're gonna close out. We had us a good time. We didn't waste too much time today. We got to it and it looks like we got a lot done. Y'all give me one quick second. Okay. Sorry you guys. It took me just a quick second. I actually had somebody at the door dropping off the package that Happy to Be Happy sent me. I think I'm gonna have to switch mics. As usual, y'all know my mics mess up after a while and I have to switch out until I can figure that whole thing out. One second, y'all. All right. Is this any better? Can y'all hear me? All right. Good to go. Good to go. Okay. So then we have us a nice time. I hope we had us a good chat. I think we got into it. Um, we're definitely Veronica. You say the mic is the mic still messing up? Okay, Sandy says it's better. Okay, good. So I want to definitely thank you all for being there for your sister. Thank you for showing up for this crown chat so we could have that little talk about those behaviors that we have that are self-sabotaging so that we can talk about our talents and how sometimes we are afraid of our own success. Okay, so I'm glad we're able to do that. Real quick, Miss Ebby says, Miss Laura, make sure you confirm your email with Zelle and God bless you. Okay, make sure you take care of that. And I was saying, I'm happy to be happy. My mail lady just showed up and dropped off that beautiful package that you sent me, and I cannot wait to try it. Y'all, happy to be happy. Bless my soul. She found out that I have a hard time going to sleep and I sit up most nights. I have a bad thing. It's bad. I don't sleep. I'm usually up when the sun come up, y'all. And I find things to do and I keep myself busy. And happy to be happy. That sister had my back. And she said, well, let me see what I can do to help out. And she blessed me. And I wanted to say thank you publicly for that. Um, all I can say is I appreciate you all today and just seeing how y'all showed up for your sister, how you showed up in this chat, how y'all came together as the village. Y'all blessed me today. I'm happy and my heart is full. Definitely want to make sure I remind you all that we will be back again tomorrow for another crown chat. We're gonna have us a good time then. I got some other stuff I want to get into, and I think we're gonna have fun with that. And also want to remind you all if you want to join channel membership, the link is in the description box below. So make sure that you do that if you want to. If you have a hard time getting membership, and you need some backup, I got your back. Just contact me if you want to join membership and you're not able to do so. Please do not allow costs to prohibit you. If you contact me on the contact information scrolling on the screen, I will have I will definitely have your back, okay? So I think we've covered everything. If all hearts are clear, we're going to close this thing out. Y'all know what I say. We're here for a good time and not for a long time. So, in the meanwhile, Miss Laura says she's full of love, and I totally agree. I hope you all have a beautiful Monday. Be productive, be blessed. Lord, Georgia Isa, my sister done showed up. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. And Miss Abby says, "Yes, Lord, y'all poured into me heavy today. God is everything, and y'all are, and so are y'all, all of you." Okay, yeah, thank you so much. So we're gonna close out, y'all. I appreciate everybody showing up. I appreciate everybody who gave to help this sister. Um, Listen, man, we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all know what we do at the Royal Family, and y'all make me happy because we not just people that'll roast and drag. We'll also pray for you and encourage you. You know, we have a good time when we cutting the fool and we gossiping and clowning. But I love the fact that the royal family, we're complete people. We're complete people. Kamani 352. Woo! Hey, Kima. I listen, if you don't come through, this is somebody that's coming in from Ocala, from my hometown. Baby, I love you so much. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. And I love you. Listen, now that just put the icing on the cake for me, y'all. You have no idea. That put the icing on the cake for me. So I love that this family is a complete family, that we love our folks, we support our folks. Yeah, we gossip. Yeah, we got some snipers. Yeah, we don't play at all. Oh, okay. My 222. You're going to have to hit it. You're going to have to hit me on Facebook and let me know what you're talking about now. But I need to talk to you anyway because I miss you. Okay, so now they're saying my voice is choppy. You can't wait for the front porch. Listen, the front porch gonna be crazy. The front porch is crazy over here. Listen, I bring that Ocala energy to YouTube, and I think Ocala need to be on YouTube and not the way we normally are. You know what I'm saying? And Essence 818 say, "Yep, snipe and pray. We do it all, and yes, we do." So listen, Kima done made me happy. You can hear me. Okay, good. Hey, cooking with Miss D. I hate that you just getting here. You just getting here. Girl, you done missed it. We had a good time. We about to go home now. We about to go to the house. Yes. You said you got your moonshine in the red cup. You better tell them what we doing, Marion County. Yes. So listen, we're gonna have us another crown chat tomorrow. We're gonna have us another good time. I got another good topic that's thought provoking, and hopefully you'll be able to get into and dig what I'm talking about. And we're gonna just have us a good time like we are known to do. And then we'll be ready for Thursday for that front porch gossip, and we're gonna gossip again on Saturday. And if somebody do something too crazy and they off cold, we might even have us an emergency dragon. But in the meanwhile, I just want y'all to have a good Monday, man. Be blessed, be prosperous, be happy, be real, and listen, be unbothered by people that's bringing you negativity because you just don't need it and you don't deserve it. Okay? So I love y'all. Take it easy, and we'll talk again tomorrow. If you need me before then, please use the contact information that's scrolling on the screen. Y'all have a good one, and we'll talk later. Bye now.